Hello friends, welcome to our page. I hope you already liked, subscribed and shared our page. So without wasting any time, we are going to start the new concept of the lesson current electricity, and that concept is going to be uses of the potentiometer. That means in this lecture we are going to consider where we are going to use this potentiometer, how we are going to use these potentiometer. म्हणजे ह्या पोटेन्शियोमीटरचा नेमका यूज कसा असणार आहे, ते कुठे कुठे यूज करू शकतो, कसं यूज करू शकतो, त्याचं सर्व कन्स्ट्रक्शन वर्किंग आपल्याला या ठिकाणी काय करायचं आहे, कन्सिडर करायचं आहे. प्रिव्हियस व्हिडिओमध्ये आपण पोटेन्शियोमीटरचा जो काही प्रिन्सिपल आहे तो बघितलेला आहे. वी हॅड सीन दॅट प्रिन्सिपल, हाऊ दॅट पोटेन्शियोमीटर इज गोइंग टू वर्क. सो वी आर गोइंग टू से दॅट the whatever be the length of that potentiometer wire that we have to consider, and according to principle of potentiometer we can conclude that whatever be the potential difference we are going to calculate for any portion of the wire, that is going to be directly proportional to the length of that section of wire. So that principle we are going to use while using that potentiometer. And first use is to determine or to compare the EMFs of two cells. That means either we can calculate the EMF of one cell or we can compare the EMF of two cells. So there are two methods to compare the EMF of two cells. So in this lecture we are going to consider the separate method or individual cell method, and in the next video we are going to consider the combination method. मग आता सेपरेट मेथड किंवा इंडिव्हिज्युअल सेल मेथड ही कशी असणार आहे ते आपल्याला त्या ठिकाणी काय करायचंय, कन्सिडर करायचं. सो हियर वी आर गोइंग टू कंपेअर टू EMFs E1 and E2. So to compare we are able to calculate the ratio. So that is the easiest way to compare two ratios. So by taking the ratio E1 upon E2 by direct method, that is by using two cells separately, that is going to be first method. आता त्यासाठी इथे आपण त्याचं सर्किट कन्सिडर केलेलं आहे. पुन्हा एक सिंपल सर्किट असणार आहे. सो हियर यू हॅव टू नोट दॅट द पोटेन्शियोमीटर वायर कॅन बी व्हॅरी बिटवीन 2 मीटर टू 10 मीटर. म्हणजे पोटेन्शियोमीटर वायरची जी लेंथ आहे ती 2 मीटर पासून 10 मीटर पर्यंत कितीही आपण घेऊ शकतो. सो हियर वी हॅड यूज द आयडियल पोटेन्शियोमीटर और एक्सपेरिमेंटल purpose potentiometer having the length 4 meter. So you can see it is separated in 4 segments. One, then here it is bended, second segment, again third segment and fourth segment. So here 4 segments are there, each having 1 meter length. So 4 into 1, 4 meter. So total length is 4 meter of that potentiometer wire. So here AB is the uniform potentiometer wire whose length is, what is that length? It is the 4 meter. Now here at A terminal, or that A terminal of wire AB is connected to the positive of the cell through the key, and B terminal is connected to the negative terminal through the rheostat and key. Instead of rheostat you can also use the resistance box, no problem, because we have to consider the variable resistance. So we have to change the resistances. So you can take the rheostat also or resistance box also. And again this A terminal commonly connected to the positive terminal of the cell E1 or E2. Either E1 will be into the circuit or E2 will be into the circuit, because we are using the individual cell method. So either we have to take cell E1 or we have to take cell E2. So for that purpose that galvanometer is connected to the jockey. One terminal is connected to the jockey and one terminal is connected to the keys K1 and K2. So these two keys are going to be used to connect or disconnect these two cells E1 and E2, because we have to consider only one cell at a time. Now again the function of galvanometer is to detect the current, and again here we are going to obtain the null point. Null point means the point at which galvanometer is going to show the zero deflection. That means no current is going to pass through the cell E1 or cell E2. आता याचं कन्स्ट्रक्शन हे आपण कन्सिडर केलंय की डायग्राम थ्रू आपण ते कन्स्ट्रक्शन कन्सिडर केलंय. आता याचं वर्किंग कसं असणार आहे. सो इनिशियली आय एम गोइंग टू कन्सिडर ओनली सेल E1 इज कनेक्टेड इन टू द सर्किट. E1 ला फक्त मी सर्किट मध्ये कनेक्ट करतोय. दॅट मीन्स K1 इज क्लोज्ड अँड दिस की K2 is kept open, so this cell E2 is not in the circuit. म्हणजे आता तो सर्किट मध्ये नाहीये. आता या ठिकाणी जो काही करंट जनरेट होतोय आय करंट, त्या बॅटरीमुळे किंवा EMF E मुळे जो करंट पास होतोय सर्किट मधनं, तो A जंक्शनला येतोय अँड ऍट दिस A जंक्शन इट इज गोइंग टू स्प्लिट. सम पोर्शन विल गो इनटू द सेल E1 अँड सम पोर्शन विल गो थ्रू द वायर AB. Now here by using jockey we are going to obtain the balancing point D. That means the point at which the galvanometer shows the zero deflection. So we are going to start with point A. आणि इथे जॉकी स्लाइड करायचं नाही आपल्याला, ती प्रिकॉशन इथे घ्यायची आहे. वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू स्लाइड द जॉकी ओव्हर दॅट वायर AB. So we are going to put the jockey on intervals like 10 centimeter intervals or 5 centimeter intervals, and by touching that jockey continuously on branch 1, then branch 2, and on branch 3 suppose I am getting the null point. We can also get on 4th branch, 2nd branch or 1st branch. It depends on EMF of the cell where we are getting that balancing point. Okay, so it will be varied. It may be on the 1st branch, it may be on 2nd, 3rd or 4th branch. That means it may be between 0 to 100, 100 to 200, 200 to 300 or 300 to 400. Any value can be obtained depending on which type of cell we had connected into the circuit. मग आता इथे मला P हा बॅलन्सिंग पॉइंट भेटलाय. मग ह्या AP ची मी लेंथ मेजर करू शकतो. स्केल असते तिथे. एक सेगमेंट 100 सेंटीमीटरचा आहे आणि मला तो P पॉइंट जो आहे तो 3rd ब्रांच वरती भेटलाय. मग आता सपोज आपण त्याची पोझिशन बघितली तर 290 290 नियर अबाउट दॅट व्हॅल्यू विल बी देअर. सो 290 सेंटीमीटर विल बी द बॅलन्सिंग लेंथ ऑफ AP. Now as galvanometer shows the zero deflection, that means no current will flow through the cell E1 because that galvanometer is connected to cell E1 and it is showing the zero deflection. That means no current is passing through the cell E1. So therefore, according to principle of potentiometer, now whatever be the potential difference of that cell E1 will be there. Whatever be the potential difference across that cell E1, that means across AP. म्हणजे इथे आपल्याला जो पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्स आहे AP चा तो काय असणार आहे ऍक्च्युली त्या सेल E1 चा EMF असेल किंवा पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्स म्हणू शकता तुम्ही. सो whatever be the potential difference of that segment AP will be considered as the EMF E1 of that cell, and according to principle of potentiometer that EMF will be or that potentiometer will be potential difference of that section AP will be directly proportional to length of that segment. So suppose length of that AP is L1, so therefore we can write E1 is equals to I sigma L1, or we can also write down E1 is equals to K into L1 because here I into sigma that is going to be constant. कारण की वायर AP मधून करंट हा कॉन्स्टंट असणार आहे. I तो चेंज होणार नाही. सिग्मा हा कॉन्स्टंट असेल कारण की वायर ही युनिफॉर्म आपण घेतोय. त्यामुळे आपण असं लिहू शकतो E1 is equals to KL1. E1 is equals to KL1, or in other words we can say that the potential difference, which is nothing but the EMF of the cell E1, so that will be directly proportional to the length of AP, which is L1. It is according to the principle of potentiometer. Now we are going to open the key K1. आता मी काय करणार आहे, ही की K1 ओपन करतोय and now key K2 is closed, so that now E2 will be in the circuit and now the E1 will be disconnected from the circuit. म्हणजे आता सर्किट मधून E1 डिस्कनेक्ट झालाय आणि फक्त E2 कनेक्ट झालाय. आणि पुन्हा सेम प्रोसिजर मी इथे रिपीट करणार आहे. अगेन आय एम गोइंग टू रिपीट द सेम प्रोसिजर्स That means I am going to touch the jockeys on the different points of the wire AB, and by touching jockey on the different points, I am going to obtain the second null point P dash. Now we had used the P, so we are going to use P dash. Now here this AP dash will be the balancing length of the cell E2, and again at this point P dash, that means for this segment AP dash, galvanometer shows the zero deflection. That means as no current flowing through the cell E2, then potential difference across that AP dash is nothing but it is the EMF of the cell E2. And again, similar to that of E1, we are going to write down E2 is equals to I sigma L2. Again, I sigma is a constant for uniform wire, and therefore E2 is equals to KL2. We have obtained the second expression for EMF E2. So in this way, we are able to calculate the values of EMFs separately. So that's why this method is referred as a direct method or individual cell method. Now what I am going to do, we are going to take the division of these two equations, divide equation 1 by equation 2. So here E2 is equals to KL2, or E2 is equals to I sigma L2 is the second expression, and E1 is equals to I sigma L1 or KL1, this is the first expression. So we are going to divide equation 1 by the equation 2. So we are going to get E1 upon E2, which is our LHS, is equals to I sigma L1 upon I sigma L2. And here we have to obtain the value of E1 upon E2, that means comparison of EMFs of two cells. So that's why we obtained these expression by dividing equation 1 with equation 2. And here I sigma are constant, so constant terms on numerator denominator, they are getting cancelled. So we got only E1 upon E2 is equals to L1 upon L2, which is the required comparison of EMF of these two cells. So in this way, EMFs of two cells can be compared with the help of potentiometer, for which we are going to use the principle of potentiometer, which is the potential difference across any section of the wire AB is directly proportional to length of that section, and that particular principle we had used to determine or to compare the two cells or two EMFs of these two cells by using the individual cell method or by using the separate method. So for today, that's it. In the next lecture, we are going to start, or we are going to consider the second method, which is combination method, which is also very simple one like this individual cell method. Only some little bit complications are there, but I am going to explain it very easily to you. So for that purpose, you have to like, subscribe and share our page, and also you have to press the bell icon. So you are going to get the updates of that video earliest. So thanks for watching the video. Have a nice day.